Hi, my name is Yasmin, and my social problem that I chose for this project was child abuse. I chose that topic because I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about that topic often, and that it definitely needs more attention than it gets. I feel like drug abuse and alcohol abuse gets a lot more attention than child abuse. So I want to switch it up and not do something that everybody else does. Cause honestly, I was tired of hearing about alcohol abuse and drug abuse. Like, it kind of gets old. Even though that the social problem still is going on today, it's been talked about so much for so many years. But yes, I chose child abuse, and I feel like it was a good topic to choose, especially since, like, a couple of weeks ago, the Gabriel Fernandez documentary came out, and that's about a kid that got abused by, like, his family members, and he was 8, and he ended up dying and stuff like that. So I know that kind of shook a lot of people up, and a lot of people's interest was caught by that. So I was like, that kind of just adds on to my topic since it's relevant at the moment, I guess you could say. Child abuse, though, is a very serious and common thing, even though it's not talked about like it's a common thing. It's actually really a common thing in the U.S. And a lot of people get abused by it's not always family members. Like, a lot of people get abused by other people that they just know, or sometimes they don't even know, because child abuse isn't just one thing flat. Like, it's not just beating a kid until they can't move, or until they have broken bones, or until they start crying or something like that. Like, child abuse counts in, like, mental abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, different things that other people besides family can do to you. But in my opinion, I feel like child abuse is one of those things that we can never really stop, because it is something that happens behind closed doors. Like, drug abuse, you see that. Like, you can see a crackhead or something like that walking down the street, like, on the regular. Or, like, alcohol abuse, you see people drunk all the time. But, like, child abuse, a lot of people don't even speak on that has been through child abuse, or, like, it's just something that you don't see. And I feel like that's also another reason why it's not really talked about often, because not every case of child abuse is reported, so not that many people know. Even though there is thousands and thousands of cases reported on child abuse, but not everyone is. So when everyone that does go through child abuse, oh wait, I forgot what I was about to say. Oh yeah, so when people that actually do go through child abuse don't want to, like, report their abuser, it kind of makes it hard for things to be done about it, because a lot of child abuse victims tend to stay quiet just out of fear of people not believing them, especially with situations like sexual abuse, like younger girls with older guys or something like that. A lot of times they feel like people won't believe them, so it's a waste of time, or they just feel like it's regular and supposed to happen, because of also the mental abuse that plays into it. So it's just something hard to get people to talk about, really, especially when it's started at a young age, like most abuse, because the younger they are, the more defenseless they are. So it's kind of easy. But I feel child abuse is common the way it is common because it's so easy, I guess you could say. Like, mostly any girl could get pregnant easy. Boom, there's a baby. Boom, it's their responsibility now. And if they don't feel like taking care of it, I don't say they don't have to necessarily, but they don't have to. Like, behind closed doors, niggas could be doing anything and everything to their kid just because they can, because it's theirs. They own that kid or whatever. And that's not fair, because parents do have a lot of rights to their own kids that can kind of make things difficult for trying to remove kids out of bad situations, especially when there's not always hard, like, proof and evidence of, like, the abuse, like sexual abuse or mental abuse. Like, none of that is, not none of that, but you can't always get hard evidence for that stuff. So that's also another challenge. And I feel like another reason child abuse is common, because people can really just take out their anger on someone that they know can't fight back. Like, if I'm angry, I'm not gonna go punch a 300-pound man in his face and try to get away with it. I'm not crazy. But if I want to pick a fight or do something and just get my anger out, I'll go for someone that's smaller than me, and I know that can't beat me up. That's how some adults look at it when they abuse kids. They know they can't hit them back, or they know that if they do hit them back, it's not even gonna do anything. So it's kind of like a waste of time. So it's just like so easy for it to happen. And I feel like that's what people fail to realize about child abuse, is that it's so common because it's so easy. Like, it can happen in a matter of seconds. You can never know when child abuse can come, because sometimes families can be good, happy 1 minute, and next thing you know, something happens, and now the guardians of a kid is being abusive and stuff like that. But yeah, that's really all I have to say.